Have you ever been to the Goodwill bins? If you don't know what the Goodwill bins is, it is a place where Goodwill sends their last chance inventory before it goes off to be sold off, and sometimes they do also take raw donations from the neighborhood, but they put them in these big blue bins. People go and they sift through them and you pay by the pound. Well, my local one is in Savannah, and it is not like the best ever because we don't have a lot of designer name brands like they may find like a lot of other resellers have, but the price cannot be beat. It is only $1.38 per pound for the clothes. The toys are only 89 cents, and the books are 50 cents a piece. Now, granted, the books were only a couple of bins, which is disappointing because I'm really love selling books. The toys were about probably between 4 to 6 bins. And the clothing bins, they did do a rotation like about, I think they do a rotation like about every hour and a half, something like that. So I was there for one rotation. And I did find some bread and butter a little bit better. I found some Ralph Lauren's and things like that. But although it wasn't, very high-end brands that I found, I did find some things that I'm going to be selling that I don't have a lot of in my shop. So this is a caution in just make do it what you have. Like, even if you're in an area where you may not be finding things that other resellers are finding, there is always something that you can find, and you may just have to pivot to something else. So rather long introduction, but if you are new here, my name is Patty. I'm the Dazzling Diva, and I'm a part-time reseller on sites such as Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I've been doing this for a long time. It is a great way to make a side income without having to go to a second job, which I've done before, and that kind of sucks. This way I can work when I want and have fun doing some thrifting, which is something that I love to do. So I have today, like I said, I didn't get a lot of books, so I do have toys and I have clothing. So I'm going to start with the toys that I have, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the clothing. So I don't have a lot of toys, and I do have like one pair of shoes. The thing about the clothing here as well is that, something's making noise, is that the clothing, not only is it like not name brand or whatever, but a lot of the clothing was rather worn and things like that. But didn't have to dig through, but I was able to find some relatively good pieces. So I only got like one pair of shoes. The thing I love about this though is that they do put all their shoes together. And so I think next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the shoes first. But we have these Born shoes, have the grippies on the end, so I don't know if these are, I have to look these up to see what type of shoes these are with the soles like that, but they are in decent condition, so I was happy about that. A lot of the toys as well, I wasn't able to look up, so I got a lot of smalls, which I love to sell, especially lotting them together, and some smalls can surprise you, especially like little action figures, so I did pick up some of those. And the toys were in the back of the building, and for whatever reason, I was not able to comp anything. So because it was only 83 cents a pound, I just grabbed some things, and I figured I'd be surprised, and I'm going to make more than 83 cents. So I got this, which is a Hatchimal. I don't know if I would have gotten it if this wasn't coming up, but this is really cute. It lights up. And so I figured that this would be, that's what we're making noise. This will be something that's not extremely heavy, so I can't wait to see what that goes for. Saw this, it probably doesn't go for much, but I just thought it was cute. Remind me of Toy Story. It does have like a little phone. It is vintage. They had like another one, but the string was all torn up. So this one's a little bit better condition. So I thought that would be something that would be cute. I got This is actually a little tight ball. I think those can go for a while by themselves. I wasn't going to get this vehicle until I realized that it was Lego. So it's a Jurassic Park Lego vehicle. Right. This is a replacement hat. When I first saw it, I thought it would be the Toy Story, but I like to get stuff like this replacement. They had a lot of the Encanto figures that were loose, so that's the dad. I love that movie. As the sister. I already have one of these, but this would be good to have to lot with something else. Just a little keyhole. A lot of these figures too I got so I can figure out who they are. I don't know who that is. Right, so we have this Leapfrog camera. It's an instant camera. Instant camera. I went back and forth about getting this because me and Frozen just do not get along. But I did pick out a couple of Frozen things that were different than the figures. So I wanted to see if maybe this would be better. If it doesn't sell for a lot, I will just have like a little toy area here. You know, little girls that come over would love to play with this. So I will just stick it up there if it doesn't sell for anything. Things. This was the other Frozen thing that I got. I thought that that was just really neat. I haven't seen anything like that, so I was interested to see if that's like a collectible. This, I also have like a little mermaid. I normally don't get like Ryan's figures, but they had a lot of them, and I have some in my shop that aren't selling. So what I was going to do is take all the ones that I found, take the ones that I have down, and just make a huge lot with all of the Ryan's World figures. This is a Fisher-Price fireman. Cute. I just sold a Fisher-Price vehicle this morning, so that was on my mind for a bit. Thought this was neat. Gumbo. What's to do with gumbo? I went ahead and picked that up, especially with the larger size. I am thinking that this is, I don't know if this is stuffing or, no, it has moose on the back of it, but I figured that is a replacement for something that would be cute. Some more little figures. Edmund. They also had like, I don't know what if this goes to anything or not, but they had a bunch of these Disney 100 figures that were in there. So I can't wait to look some of these up, see what they go for. That's the Princess and Frog. These were some figures that I didn't recognize. I need to look them up to see who they are. Talk about Bruno figure, and then have more in there, just some more like Ryan's World, more Disney 100 figures, Paw Patrol. I thought this was a Beauty and the Beast brush. So those are the figures that I, oh, and this right here. This little figure, I don't know who this little guy is, and these little pigs. So I can't wait to find out like who some of those figures are and if they are, and of course if they don't go for a lot like the Encanto, I'm probably going to lot those all together because they're like little mini figures, so I can't imagine that they're going for a whole lot. But it'd be interesting to see, especially with it being so inexpensive, how much those things go for. Alright, so let's get on to the clothing. So one of the things like I mentioned before, that because there weren't a lot of clothes there, I ventured off into other things. What I was hoping to find is vintage things. I was like, okay, even if I can't find higher end brands, maybe I'll be able to find some vintage things. I didn't find a lot of vintage, but what I did find was some linen. So I have like different brands of linens that I'm going to try to see if they sell well, and that'll be something that I pick up because it's not very heavy. So found that this sheet, and what made me look into this is it is Snoopy and it is Christmas themed. So go ahead and get this washed up and listed. And I am, with the exception of, I got a few things that were new at tags. The bins is dirty. Like even when you look in the bottom of the bins, there's like dirt, there's crap, there's all kind of things in there. So I am going to, let something like dry clean only, I am going to wash the things that I bought today. So this is something that I got for me. Love, love, love this color. Although there's no telling when I'm going to be able to wear it, because here in Georgia, it is 90 degrees today. I was sweating when I came out of there. It was just ridiculous. So what's the weather like where you are? Because I don't know what Georgia just does whatever it wants. So I got this, because this is Joy, a good golf brand. So I got that. I wasn't picking up shorts, I only got these because these are cargo shorts and these are Levi's. So I figure that in the warmer climates, those would still sell decently. Got this really nice starter jacket. It's a nice black jacket. If I could wear it, I would definitely keep this for myself. And that is like when you go to these places, when you go to the bins, do not get like intimidated. What happened was they had a rotation, and we have, even at my little small bins, you have the t-shirt bros. The thing I like about my bins though is that, you know, it's not craziness like I've heard at other places. So people were waiting around for the bins to come out, and when, you know, the bins came out, people rushed the bins, but they didn't stay at the bins that long. So I just gave them a few minutes, probably 10-15 minutes, to go through the bins like they wanted to, and then I went over. The first thing I saw was like this starter jacket. So just because people are picking through bins, don't assume that they've gotten everything, because not everybody is resellers. There are people who are there for things for themselves, because this economy is craziness, so people are trying to save money. So, and then I saw this that I thought was really cool. It was a master's bag that I'm going to get, and it worked out to put some things in, because I ended up getting like more stuff than I thought. And I didn't take my IKEA bag. I took like 2 big bags, and they weren't big enough. So, and even in other parts of the place, my phone wasn't always working, and so I saw this tag, and it was a paper tag, so I figured it was vintage. And this is a really pretty, like, slip looking, like, I don't know if it's a slip or if it's like a negligee, but it does have an RN number, so I can't wait to see who that's by, but I think that'll be good. I picked up some children's things. I don't normally sell children's clothes, but this is by Jessica Simpson, and look at this. How adorable is this? I just had to pick it up. And then I got some Hannah Anderson, because I watched Cindy, the Great Queen. She talked about Hannah Anderson all the time, so I picked up some. And this was a scarf, and I got this because it is Ralph Lauren. Another cute little, this is Oshkosh. I know it looks like crap because it's all wrinkly, but trust me, it's cute. I had to shove everything into bags to like try to carry everything out of there. This is a brand that I don't normally pick up. There's like a hole. I think I can get my mom to repair that. But this is Kim Rogers, and it's like intimate, and it is a robe, and it's like really pretty. So I did pick that up. Didn't catch that. That's okay. Should be a pretty easy fix. It's another some linens that I got. Really cute. Has like elephants on it. And this one is by Cloud Island. And I looked this up, and I think that that is Target, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Target. No, this one is the one that I looked up at Target. I thought this was so cute. With the spaceships and everything. And like when I looked this up, it was going from anywhere from like 10 to 15. So I listed at 15 because it doesn't weigh a lot. So I'll probably pay like 70 cents for this. But can't find the name, but the brand, I looked it up, and the brand does sell at Target. And I looked it up earlier. Okay, and then I did not check the bag before I bought it. And this was in the bottom of the bag, so, and I have one of these. They don't sell very well, so I will lot it with the one that I already have. I was able to find some bras. Now this bra, I said I was going to start going to the gym, so this Love Sports bra I got for me to see if it fits. If it doesn't, then I will sell it. Old Navy. Old Navy is a brand that I enjoy wearing, like their outerwear. The reason why I got this though is because it's lightweight and it looks very preppy. It's very preppy. It reminds me of Harry Potter, and so that's why I got that, because I figured I could sell it with some keywords. While I was waiting for the bin rotation, I went to a bin that looked like it was extremely picked over, and I saw this. So that is Ralph Lauren, a nice polka dot dress. And I'll just stick it there. This brand, it doesn't sell for much, but it does get a lot of attention. People like it. This is actually Wild Fable, and it is a crop top turtleneck. I thought that was really cool. I got a Georgia Tech polo here in Georgia, like I said, so Eddie Bauer thermal top with a nice burnt orange color, so I figured that this would sell okay. I looked this up. I'm familiar with, of course, the other stuff by Woolrich, but I wasn't familiar with how their pants do. But I looked them up, just like some regular pants. Kind of a cross between jeans and trousers to me, and they were comping pretty good, at least for the quick comp that I did. Hopefully it doesn't change. Have you guys ever done that? Have you ever comped something in the store, and then when you get back home and you look it up again, it's completely changed. And you're like, I know I haven't lost my mind. Like, I know when I was in the store that it said it went for this amount. So hopefully it's not one of those. This is a J. Crew. And I found like someone must have donated all of their J. Crew stuff. So while I was waiting for the people to go through the bins, I was just like glancing through this one bin and had like a lot of J. Crew stuff. Some of it I put back. There was this pretty green jacket that I was going back and forth with, but I remember that I had something, and I think it was by the Limited, that color in my closet a while back, and it did not sell, so I left it. I probably should have bought it anyway, but, and this is a Nautica bra. Nice and clean. That does. I've never sold Nautica instant wear before. This is the one thing that I found that was new with tags. It is an Under Armour. Tag says its MSRP is $60. Another thing that I found right after I went to the bin where people were just kind of like going through it very, very quickly. So I got this because I figured Cheetos, and it's sport tech. I just thought that, you know, and then, like I said before, green is one of, I love this color green, and it just cracked me up that it had Cheetos on there, so I got it. This is I think this is a Torrid bra, yeah. So this is a Torrid bra, and I love selling Torrid. I've never tried to sell their bras, but I love selling their jeans, so I got that. I was hoping to find more bras because, of course, bras weigh little to nothing. This, because of characters, so this type of stuff sells well. And surprisingly, I looked this up, and this is U.S. Foods, their the jersey for to work at the store. And of course, you know, there was like only a couple listed and a couple sold. So would you consider it to be 100% sell through? I know people have different ways that they calculate what sell through is. I don't care what the rate is. I just go by how many is listed and how many sold. And I say that in my head, like if there's 1,000 listed, 20 sold, you know, but if there's 1,000 listed and like 600 sold, that's a lot better. So, or even like 400 depending on what it is. So I don't really care about like what the rate is. I just look at what sold versus what's listed, and in my head I just decide whether or not I think it's a good idea or not. Vanity Fair slip. This would be good because no one seems to sell slips anymore in the store. I went looking for one day, and I was just like, good Lord, not even Walmart had a slip. I got this. It is baby fat. I got this purely because of the Y2K aesthetic of it all. This just screams Y2K to me. We have a U.S. Foods. I ended up getting like 2 of those U.S. Foods. Some more cologne here. I know that this pattern sells well, and when I saw the pattern, I was like, oh my gosh, please don't be Shein. Even though I had a Shein pattern like this that sold well, but this is Ralph Lauren. I was like, yes, thank you goodness, and it is in good condition, so I know that that is going to do well. This I was going back and forth on. This is an Ashley Stewart. It is a jean dress. It has like a warm look to it, but I think it's probably intentional. I like an ombre look. It's not stained or anything. But this is like one of the cute little Hannah Anderson pieces that I found. And I thought I had another one with the strawberries on this is a brand that I like to sell if I can get it cheap enough, Universal Thread, because it does sell pretty well for me. With like the jeans and stuff like that, because although it is, I think Universal Thread, it's either Target or Walmart. I think it's Walmart, but anyways. But you know, those stores, people do frequent those stores a lot, and they know what they like in those brands. And so last but not least, I picked this up because of the pattern. Look at this pattern. How cool is that? And so I looked it up. I had never heard of it before. But this is Murray's Pottery Shop. It's Nantucket Reds collection, and it is a size 38. I haven't shown you size of anything. Telling you sizes of anything. But so I went ahead and picked this up. They sell fairly well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm interested to know, I'm going to put this in my rotation to go like every couple of weeks, but I am going to keep up with how much I am selling from the trips. And the way that I'm going to do that is I use Vendoo to cross lists because I think that I love how easy it is to cross list. Other cross-listing sites sound kind of like complicated when people are talking about them. Vendoo is like super duper easy, but they also have where you can put like tags on things to that's just for you, so you can keep a account of what you're selling. Like let's say you go to some like you're going to Goodwill and a few other places, you can actually put a tag on it, and then you can look and see how much you are selling from each place, so that you can know if it was worth going to, especially if it may be a place that's far away. Because you know, when you're selling a lot and when you're listing a lot, it's hard to keep up with what is actually where the places are that you're selling from. So this is a good way to keep up with it. So I'm going to put a tag on these, come back in a few months to see what these Goodwill binge trips, how much I'm making from them, and if it is worth it. Like I'm definitely going to do this throughout the end of the year because I need inventory, and this is a great way to get a lot of inventory at once. And unlike mystery boxes, I'm hand picking everything that I am getting. So it's definitely worth the drive if I get at least, because I got 26 pounds of stuff and I only paid $50, which is fantastic. You can't beat that. Because a 50-pound thread up mystery box is $150. So, you know, so hopefully you found something interesting. If you did, make sure you give me the thumbs up. Let me know that you like such videos. And do you have a binge close to you? And is it good? Because I want to do some binge trips. So if you're close enough and if your binge is good, maybe I'll put it on my rotation. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.